In the last couple of weeks, two young women have said to me that they, when their friends and workmates say, "It's too late, what can we do? We're all helpless, there's no way we can do, it's worth going on," they say, "Yes, we must go on." There are things we can do. First, we can help ourselves to become wise, to develop our glorious potential and our natural gifts of love and kindness. And then based on that, based on those things that we develop in ourselves, those strengths, we can build a world outside patriarchy that's based on different values. They keep me going. They say that it comes from Dido. Dido said these things. So let me explain a little more what that's about, to give you a little more impetus to keep going. One thing is, what do we develop in ourselves? What do we need? Each of you might need something a bit different. We basically need to develop the strengths that we've got, which we don't have to create because they're innate in us. Our natural strengths. We are part of nature, so we share the same beauty and wisdom as nature. And when I think of natural strengths, there's all sorts of things that you might list, courage and confidence and all those things. I would say the most basic one that I work with is, in Buddhism, you have the four loves, what I call the four loves. Four immeasurables, they're sometimes called. And these cover everything. Love, when I say loves, I'm meaning something much broader than love for a person, or it's the kind of state of the natural state of beauty that we can be in, which is just like the natural state of beauty that nature is in. When you go into the forest and it's got this wonderful calm and peace, and we love that, that kind of love. So the first one is kindness, which is recognizing that every creature, all creatures, all humans, all have a good basic nature. We are good in our basic nature. And again, by good, I don't necessarily mean goody-goody, but in the way nature is good. Nature is good. Nature is not evil. Mother Nature is not against us. She is sick from climate change. She's not trying to kill us. We're her children. So we share that natural goodness that nature has, which produces life and looks after its babies and feeds us and gives us fresh water and all the things nature does, which we can't do without because we're part of her. That's the goodness I mean. So the loving kindness, the first love, says all creatures are made of this. All creatures have this basically, however confused we may get. And the confusion, according to Buddha, is when we start believing in us, that we're the important one and we've got this permanent self we've got to support and look after, and so we get into greed and hatred. And that's all just from not understanding the basic nature. Our basic nature is our natural goodness and our kindness. So the second one is the kindness which is compassionate to pain, to our own pain and to others' pain. And the third one is delighting in our joy. So when we do something good, and when someone else does something good, we encourage them and support them and say, look, you can, do this all the time. I think it's great. And the fourth one is equanimity, which is seeing that goodness and love in any circumstance and being able to stay in that calm and peace that goes with that state. So those are the four loves. They're not the only thing that we need, but they're the basis of it, I think. So it's a good place to start. And then, so how do we create this new world outside patriarchy? Well, the things that make us happy, such as the four loves. Just imagine if we created a world based on the four loves and on nature's glory and nature's beauty and nature's mothering, the way nature looks after the life she produces, cares for it, and feeds it, including us. Imagine it. We could create a culture like that. We could, because it's our own nature. So we know. And this is both physical life, we could organize that we got fresh water, but also we could organize it around our own human nature, which can care for nature, care for Mother Nature, and care for each other. That's our human nature. Because it's our natural state, we can do it. So I encourage you to take those natural qualities and just use your creativity and imagination, because you know what makes me the happiest. Do you know what keeps me going in these circumstances? Is knowing that all I have to do is imagine that I know it's possible for all of us to do it. So I spend quite a bit of time imagining, visualizing, what would it be like? What would it be like for me as a woman? What would men be like? All this toxic masculinity going around. There are other ways of being a man. You don't have to be a man like it is in patriarchy. There are other ways of being your natural, beautiful self. So I spend a lot of time imagining those things, and it keeps me going because I know it's not just an empty dream. We could do it because it's our natural state. So do it. Imagine it, because if we don't imagine it, if we don't visualize it first, we'll never be able to do it. All these novels and films about how awful everything could get. Yes, it could. What we need is novels and films that imagine how good things could, how different, how we could look after nature, we could restore the climate, we could restore all our hearts and our hope and live into the future. I know it won't be the same, we've already wrecked the place enough that it'll be not as it would have been, but we can make something of it if we use our natural love as a basis. So go for it. Imagine it. Create it. There's nothing more fun than creating. I'm an artist as well and a potter. I love being creative. You've all got it in everyone. We all have it in us. So go for it.